Hi, everyone. Welcome to Life is Good with Leads with Lead Generation. And we have a special guest today because this is part 3 of nurturing your leads. And our special guest today is, of course, Commando Chief, no pun intended, Chris Norton.
I don't know if I like that name.
Welcome.
Not sure how I feel about that.
Commander, so command chief, command captain of command, Captain Command. Sorry, Chris, didn't mean that. We can edit this out, by the way.
No, leave it in there.
So
the past 2 sessions with Chris Norton, right?
Oh my. All right, we'll get back on track here. So we have been discussing the importance of, what happens when I capture a lead and I put it into my CRM or into Command. What do I do next? And we've been talking about the necessity of you have to nurture those leads. They turn into transactions. So technology is a great way to do that. And so, Chris, feel free to enlighten us on what Command offers us.
Sure, absolutely. Number one, leverage. Number 2, leverage. And number 3, leverage. So, by now, I hope everyone has started to embrace the fact that, hey, I can capture these leads that I've had no prior relationship with and nurture them to the point that they conduct a transaction with me. All right. And a lead is defined as I've got a name, I've got some way to contact them, email, phone number, right? And then from there, it turns into, okay, is this person a buyer or are they a seller or they're a renter, whatever, right? Doesn't really matter. The point is, once you captured their initial set of information, you then have to find out how you can help them out. You're looking to sell your house, you're looking to buy a house, whatever that is. The technological component that you have access to through Command allows you to follow up with people in a way that absolutely is a huge multiplier to your time. Case in point, I am driving right now on Route 130 heading back from a listing appointment. Right now, I have nurture emails, texts, follow-up happening in the background with close to 6,000 people that I have identified as leads over the last several years, most of that through digital media, i.e. Facebook, Instagram, other online type stuff. So while I am driving from point A to point B, I am reaching out to people as follow-up. As a very specific case in point, one of the things I do every month to nurture my homeowner/seller leads is I do a video roll-up of the overall regional market that I post on YouTube. I've already emailed my 6,000 people. And right now I'm leveraging the Twilio integration to text as many of those people as I can with a short note that says, hey, my updated market roll-up is out. Here's the link. You should go check it out. And then I have a second message in there for everybody that's out there. It's all about trying to generate leads right now. The second part of that message is, listen, spring is a photography of your house from the exterior as all of the trees start to bloom and everything greens up. It shows great. Even if you're not planning on selling right now, you should capture them. And oh, by the way, that's something I can do for you complimentary. Let me know a good time to come by. And I'm using the technology to automatically send those out. I have 200 a day going out, so it's happening over, about a 10-day period of time, because I don't have phone numbers for all those people, but the technology sends out 200 of those texts a day for me, and I'll get, most people ignore them. It's the nature of the beast, right? But I'll get 10 responses a day, some sort of engagement. Sometimes it's, I can't say on this recording what they say to me, but, sometimes it's something a little more granular, like, oh, thanks. Great. I think I'll be ready in 2 weeks. And that's something that's actionable that I can then use for real world live follow-up. So again, you've been capturing these leads. You're taking these leads, you're assigning them to some sort of a smart plan. That's your automation. I know everybody's been, going to the classes that go over that. And then once the automation gets you some sort of a concrete response, that's when you as a real person can take over and reach out and say, hey, Janie, how you doing? Let's set up some time for me to come by and take us some photos. Looks like the weather's going to be great next week.
Chris, I just want to take a pause there, and I have to comment because lot of information in there, but I just like that, for anybody that's afraid of cold calling, this is not about cold calling. You have just given purpose for your content. So you've delivered the monthly market update. What's going on in your township, in your county,
Yep.
et cetera. Numbers are moving here. Houses are selling. And now you're calling to follow up. Are you, hey, what did you think about that video? What did you think about the information? Is it time for you to sell? Have you had that conversation with yourselves, your family? Is it time for you to make the move? If you're seriously thinking about it, this is a good time to capture pictures for next year, if that's your game plan. And that was a threefold purpose there in
Absolutely.
one
And
piece of content.
right, you add a little value, right?
Yeah.
I got something for you right here. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's important that we talk about, these moments where this isn't about cold calling. I don't think we've ever in, lunchtime learning and life is good with lead generation, not one time have we ever mentioned cold calling. We just don't do it anymore.
I don't cold call. No one answers the phone.
Right, of course.
I don't do it. And there's people that make money doing that, and God bless them. But, I didn't build my business that way, and I'm not running my business that way.
Oh, excellent. Excellent idea.
But I do make phone calls. I make calls. They're just not cold. They're warm. So there's a psychological difference for me as well as for the person on the other end of the line.
Absolutely. So Chris, I know that in your classes, you do talk about the smart plans, and it's certainly a way of nurturing leads with providing them value and opportunity for follow-up. So I'm going to recommend that everybody, sign on and contact you, join your classes to talk about smart plans, and delve into it a little bit in more detail. I know this is a quick lunchtime learn, but anything else you want to talk about as far as nurturing leads?
Yeah, absolutely. So there are, regarding smart plans, that's your big technological lever right there. Okay. That's what's going to do the heavy lifting for you, is when you assign a contact to a smart plan. And you can have multiple smart plans assigned to a contact, and it'll change over time as far as what they're getting. But the point is to, leverage the tech to make sure they're getting touches. All right. Now, the scenario I just played out for you there, or I just kind of walked down the line with, these are all people that I've captured generally as a lead. They clicked on something about, getting their home value, right? So they're getting automated stuff for me that way. And it's a mix of, the KW smart plans and some other stuff I've got out there. But this scenario where I actually send them this monthly update, what I'm actually doing is I'm making a one-step, completely custom smart plan. So there's a library full of them. Okay. But when you have a need to, and this is kind of like how you kind of leverage what's set up in the system. Okay. So if you've ever tried to email, just a bunch of stuff out to people, okay, we've got a linkage into MailChimp as a bulk mailing platform, and it's good for doing stuff in particular like newsletters and things like that. Mm-hmm. I personally find it to be a little clunkier than I would like. I'm not I'm weird in the sense that I'm somewhat visual. I do photography, I do videography, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But you're not going to find me taking a lot of time making a document look good, if that makes sense. So I'm kind of this weird blend of visual and analytical in that sense. So what I've been doing is I've been making these very streamlined, text-based, like one-off emails or a one-off text. And I make these 1 or 2 step smart plans that literally will just send an email out that says, hey, here's my update link, right? Or here's a text, here's my update link, and that's it. Whereas, you could get really fancy and, very pretty using the MailChimp platform. A lot of people will find that overwhelming though, and time intensive, which on a personal level is why I don't play with it, right? But I can have the same effect by using a smart plan that runs for 2 steps and then it's done. It sends out to everybody on that I assign to the smart plan list. So there's ways you can do stuff in the back end to have the end state you're trying to get to, which is I want to touch 3,000 people on this one message, right? You can do that without having to go into MailChimp, for example.
Right. Nice. I was just, as you were talking, I do have the smart plan screen on display for everybody to get a sense of, in command off to the left-hand side. As you hover over the 4th icon over on the left-hand side, you'll see that it says smart plans. So you click on that, open it up, and there are my smart plans and then the library that Chris just referenced. And some, great places to start in the way of content here. And it, smart plans as far as, content going to customers or clients, but there's also sort of, your smart plan and reminding you of what you need to do with these, with your leads and the follow-up and the nurture that's, that's important.
Also important, but unrelated to this, if you're behind a vehicle, a dump truck that says construction vehicles stay back 100 feet, you should listen because, man, this guy in front of me is throwing rocks all over the place.
Oh my gosh, Chris.
If you saw my face go a second ago, that's why.
Yeah,
hey, that could be a good piece of content to remind people.
Yeah, he's not kidding.
Well, Chris, I will keep you on your schedule. Anything else to add as far as technology and nurturing our leads?
So yeah. It's kind of like, for those of you that have kids and, maybe kids that are involved in athletics, one of the things you probably said to them or heard said to them was, if you don't take the shot, you can't score. It's the same thing with the technology you have access to, right? You've got some great stuff that will improve your business. It will absolutely improve your ability to, connect and stay in touch with people, but you got to use it. Don't be afraid of it. It's not going to bite. And, if you're concerned about what it actually looks like when you send this stuff out, make yourself a test account and send things to yourself. Mm-hmm. Like it'll help you embrace this stuff.
Great idea.
This will be going out to a lot of people. I've started to cover a series I call generally how to take advantage of things you're paying for but aren't using. And there's a lot. And they're mainly aimed at finding listings. And I've been doing that on Tuesdays. So try and find time in your schedule to come to my Tuesday class because the stuff you're paying for, you're not using. That I can tell you your competition isn't using either. And it'll help you uncover business that can work to your advantage.
Thank you, Chris. That is great. Thank you very much. Anything else, Frank? Did you want to?
No, I thought it was great. It's a great topic there, Chris, to also bring up, and we'll look to record those in the future. But no, thanks, Lori, for doing this. And we're going to come up. We'll continue the series obviously next week. We're finishing up the 3 parts. We'll have something new starting next week. So tune in.
Thank you. Thanks, everyone. Have a great day.
Thanks, Chris.
No problem.